Hi, this is Randy from funeralfunds.com. In this video, I'm going to be talking about comparing a Lincoln Heritage $10,000 policy for females age 60 to 69 years old. Going to be covering four specific things. Going to be covering, does Lincoln Heritage offer the best plan and pricing? Very important question. Number two, is the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society worth paying extra for? Third, does Lincoln Heritage pay out in 24 hours? And fourth, if you have a Lincoln Heritage plan, should you replace it? You can reach me at funeralfunds.com. This is my YouTube channel here. And I can also be reached directly at 888-862-9456. So the first thing we need to do is get some actual pricing. So this is a quoting tool that we use at our company. We like it. It's very accurate, gives pricing of all the different insurance companies. We're looking at $10,000 for a female, and I just put state of Texas. We would change that towards whatever state that you are actually in. Made a birthday that gets us age 60, non-smoker, and we click get a quote, and it will tell us the least expensive to the most expensive. So the company that we would recommend in this case is Trinity Life Insurance Company. They're going to offer the lowest pricing. We work with them. They are a great company. Simplified issue means we can get this one taken over the phone. It's simply the application, everything's done over the phone. Level means level coverage, which means first day coverage. You always want first day coverage. You don't want to get a 2-year waiting period plan. We can see it's roughly $32 a month. Let's go hunting for Lincoln Heritage and see where they compare. And we've got Lumico. Let's go down again. Remember, we are at $32 a month roughly. As we go down, things get more and more expensive. At some point we're here, we'll hit 42, 39. We keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. We finally broke $40 with Patriot Series Preferred right down here. Let's keep going. There we go. Remember, we're 42. Now we're $10 more a month by going with American Amicable. Keep going. We got to keep going. You notice we're getting down there quite a ways. We still haven't. There's Lincoln Heritage, $46. Now this is a level plan, first day coverage. That's what you want, but it's $46 compared to, go all the way back up here just so you can see it one more time, compared to $32. Now, I put this in a spreadsheet. Let's go take a look at that spreadsheet real quick. All right, this spreadsheet's got a lot of numbers on it. Let me explain it to you. What you'll see though is I quoted non-smoker female, and then I went age 60, 61, all the way down to age 69. So I'll kind of talk about age 60 and 69, but you can follow the numbers for whatever age you are. So we're talking 60-year-old female, $10,000 worth of coverage. So as you saw, the least expensive coverage was this here at $32.60. And we know that Lincoln Heritage was $46.11. That's $13.51 more a month. So with Lincoln Heritage, you overpay 29.3%, almost 30% overpaying. So we don't recommend overpaying for insurance really for any reason. We'll kind of get into one of the reasons they do overcharge here in just a moment. But some people would say, well, I'm actually okay with the $46.11, but I'd like to get as much coverage as I could for that $46. So what we would then do is say, well, how much from this lower price company could we get instead of paying $32.60, we paid $46. Well, you would actually get $14,499. Remember, with Lincoln Heritage, you're getting $10,000 worth of coverage for $46.11. With this company, this lower price company, if you spent that $46.11, you could actually get almost $14,500. So you get $4,500 more, roughly. And why wouldn't you want to do that? I tell you what, with inflation and everything going up, it absolutely makes sense that you should get the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money, especially with these policies. Now, you're going to overpay that $13.51 every month. And a lot of people go, well, that's no big deal. That's not that big of amount. Well, I tell you what, the people I work with, seniors who are on fixed income, Social Security, retirement, they're counting their pennies and dollars, right? So everything's important to them, and it all adds up. So after 1 year of paying an extra $13.51 a month, you'd overpay $162 roughly. And a lot of people go, $162, that's not that much. Yeah, but look, after 10 years, you'd overpay $1,621. If you were alive another 15 years, you'd overpay $2,431. If you lived another 20 years, you'd overpay $3,242 on a $10,000 policy. It doesn't make sense for most people to overpay for a policy. What you should instead do is find out what your budget is and then let us go figure out what's the maximum coverage you can get for that amount of money in first day coverage. Now, Lincoln Heritage will say that, well, we've got the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society and we'll save you money when you pass away. Your loved ones won't have to shop around. Well, maybe they save some money, but you're paying extra money the whole time you go along. So is there any savings at all? In fact, what I did is I said, let's say that they spend 3 hours kind of negotiating or doing things on your behalf. And I don't know if that's accurate or not, but after 10 years at 1621, divide that by 3 hours, that'd be $540. You're essentially paying Lincoln Heritage $540 an hour to make some phone calls. After 20 years, you're paying them $1,080. Look what happens down here at age 69, down here. You're overpaying, you're not overpaying, you're paying them $948 an hour to make an hour-long phone call, make 3 of them total, right? And after 20 years, they're charging you essentially $1,896. I'm pushing $2,000 an hour if they work 3 hours just doing a couple things for you. Well, we think that money's probably better off spent in your family's pocket. Number one, either save money or get more insurance. And think about it. If you had a $10,000 policy and you could actually qualify for 15, you could talk to a family member and said, hey, could you take care of this once we pass away? And we'll reimburse you with some of this extra coverage that we actually have. And we can pay you $948 or you $1,896. So, the other thing we do is, when we help people with these lower cost plans that actually get them more coverage, we also offer a free funeral and estate planning guide. It's on our website. The URL is right here. Here's the website and here's our planning guide. It's totally free. Just click download. Even if you get a policy through somebody else, you can download this. And this way you can do all the pre-planning. When you pass away, everything's written down. Your family won't have to worry about a thing. You've taken care of everything for them, and you've saved a lot of money by going with a company that's going to offer you either more coverage for the same amount of money or just help you save money. So at the end of the day, is the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society worth paying extra for? Boy, you just do the math. You do the math here and you see if that's worth it. I can tell you what, every one of our clients, they want to get more coverage for the same amount of money, and then we can help them on the back end with this estate planning guide. Let's jump on to the next topic. Does Lincoln Heritage pay out in 24 hours? Sometimes you'll hear people saying Lincoln Heritage pays out in 24 hours. Do they in fact do that? So here's Lincoln Heritage's website. Let's scroll down and take a look and see what they say. So they say fast claims payment. Lincoln Heritage sends the money to your beneficiary as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. Does that sound like 24 hours? Well, I'd be a little skeptical if it were, I would in that situation. Then it says most claims, again, most claims are paid within 24 hours of a claim approval. Well, what happens if your claim is not the one that falls under the most category, right? So take a look right here. It says approved claims paid in 24 hours. Oh, so it's not paid in 24 hours. It's got to be approved. Well, that makes sense, right? Because when you pass away, no insurance company is just going to pay you in 24 hours. They're going to need a death certificate. They're going to need some other documentation, and that can take a varied amount of time. When they compare themselves to other final expense plans, they say benefits checks can take weeks or months to reach your family. Same way with Lincoln Heritage, right? If they dispute a claim, within the first 2 years, they've got the ability to dispute a claim. And if they want to check on your health or something, make sure you didn't lie on the application, they're going to take the time to do that. And it can, in fact, take weeks or months to reach your family. Keep that in mind. Our last topic for the day is, if you have a Lincoln Heritage plan, should you replace it? Boy, I tell you what, if you just signed up for Lincoln Heritage, there's almost like no situation where it wouldn't be to your advantage to cancel it and get save some money or get more coverage, even up to like all the way here at age 69. If you're paying $73, you could get $15,000 instead of $10,000. And think about it. If you signed here at age 60 and your rate's $46, you can still save money all the way up to age 67. Now, really, we wouldn't recommend you replace the policy after you'd had it 7 years. We just wouldn't, because the pricing is the same. It's only within a buck or two. But, in those first one to 3 years, typically, it can be significantly to your advantage to switch policies. Kind of years 4 and 5, we will always do what's right for the client. Once you get a policy that's older than 2 years, we hesitate to change it unless we can save our clients a lot of money. Because if we can save them a lot of money on a monthly basis, we save them a lot of money on a yearly and 10 and 15 and 20-year basis. So that would just be something we would want to have a conversation about. And we would always do the thing that's most appropriate for our clients, not for ourselves. If you want, just you hit the pause button right here. These are some areas that we researched on the internet, potential concerns or disadvantages of funeral consumer guardian society. Just go ahead and hit the pause button. You kind of read that and just take a look, see if any of that applies to you. But yeah, we're not saying Lincoln Heritage is not a fine company, and they're just an expensive company. And we see that every day. And we're actually quite excited when we see a Lincoln Heritage policy come to us, because we know we can help families, in a measurable way, help them save money or get more coverage. My name's Randy, and you can reach me at funeralfunds.com. My phone number is 888-862-9456. Take care and hope to talk to you someday. Bye-bye.